Yeah, come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. What's up, good? Poppin' Crackin' Percolate was really good. And it is your man, Theo Butler. Yeah, we here. We are here. We are here. We here. Y'all see what the title is and everything like that. We in here for a good time, not to be confused with a long time. No, not at all. We're not gonna be here that long at all. We gonna wait for a few people to show up and everything like that. Ain't no fun if the homies can't have none, and ain't but one. So when we get two, we got a crew. We gonna make it do what it's gonna do. We are right. This gonna be one of them woke episodes. Yeah, woke episode of I ain't saying. I'm just saying with the Rock With Me Nation. Y'all see the title of the video though. I'm not making that up. Just like I said this woke episode. The white Black Panther, a false talking point. Yeah. I'm like, Theo, wait. I'm in my feelings about that. I didn't say you couldn't be in your feelings. That's not what I said. I didn't say one time you ain't have no right to be in your feelings. No. I got the flashlight. I'm not gonna say, I'm gonna tell you what you should be upset about. Maybe it's some stuff you just weren't aware of and everything like that. Before we begin, you pull on up. Big Ronnie, what's going on? I see we got Big Ronnie in the building. Big Ronnie is in the building. Y'all go ahead and you know, if you eat, you know what I'm saying? You can still do that. I see we got Now tell him, the king of saying that I ask difficult questions. I am going to ask some difficult questions, but I just want to do some validation real quick. I just want to do some validation real quick because I understand. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe folks don't know what I'm working with around here. I might not necessarily be seen as an authentic Black Panther fan and everything like that. But I just, I like to, get my, I just don't do it. I don't do it like everybody else do it. You know what I'm saying? Don't mean it ain't there. Don't, I don't, because I don't, it ain't, I'm just saying, I don't want to say it like that. Validation, because, validation. And my word might not matter if I don't validate myself as a Black Panther fan. So, I want to make sure I do that, and everything like that, validate myself. Because some folks, this might be your first time putting up. You might not know. You be like, who is this dude? It's, it's a Black Panther fan. So I just, want to make sure I do stuff like that there yonder and everything. Right there. Oh my goodness. I know I ain't got to for those that's been rocking with me, but maybe I just got to. And then, the most prized possession in the office would be this right here. And y'all would be like, Theo, why is this right here such a prize? Well, my wife's dearly departed brother, he drew this. And of course, we know who is the picture of whom he drew. Right. So I got that in my office and everything like that. Now, those that y'all that know me, y'all already know, you know what I'm saying? But those of y'all that's pulling up, y'all might not know, you know what I'm saying? And I get it. I understand it. We do what we got to do around here. So, I ain't saying, I'm just saying. And maybe you don't know this about my hairstyle. Maybe you don't know this about my hairstyle, but you heard me talk. But let me just go ahead and keep it a buck. My hairstyle looked like Eric's shortly after the first movie. I just never cut it. And if you were to take my hair and wrap it up right now, you could do it low key. I don't know how his hair grew in the spirit plane, but that's besides the point. You could low key do my hair right now the same way his hair was done in the second movie. Yeah, low key. Well, no, it's not low key. It's high key. It's high key. I'm not gonna do all that. So now that I didn't got, that part out the way, he said, Theo, you being petty. I don't know how folks might perceive me. I don't. Folks might not take me seriously if I don't display certain things. So I just, for those that might not know, it's I mean, you might not know. You see what I'm saying? I get it. I understand. I get it. But you know, you never know where you just lay your hand in any direction and some Black Panther stuff. you just never know. You just got him laying around and everything. You got variations. You didn't put some wings on the back of the dude. You sitting around here, you got coffee mugs and everything like that. Yeah. I don't think I got to do it, but I'm just saying. And then I like this right here. I like this right here. They're like, they don't stop. Shout out to my brother Daryl. He sent me this and everything like that. He sent me this. I got this right here. My brother sent me this right here. And then my wife, because she knows such a huge fan I am. Y'all got to excuse me. I gotta press it on out. She did this for me right here. Y'all recognize the font? And everything like that. Yeah, she said, I'm gonna do that for the Rock With Me Nation. She said, I'm gonna do that for the Rock With Me Nation. That's what my wife said. Woo! Ooh, I'm gonna go down these notes real quick. I'm gonna greet everybody because thank y'all so much for pulling up. Y'all didn't have to. Y'all didn't. This is the woke. I did say this is the woke episode. If I ain't saying, I'm just saying with the Rock With Me Nation. That's what I said. So we're gonna greet everybody. We got Ronnie J, Not Tellin', Big Jarris in the building. Let me see, Afro, and we got Dirt 2 Minutes. Yeah. We in here. So let's get down to the nitty gritty. You ever been to one of those card shuffling games and everything like that? You ever been to card shuffling game? You pay attention to one thing in one hand, but you ain't focused on what's going on with the other hand. I see a lot of stuff going on. Folks want to talk about it. It's crazy. Because we've been talking about this over here. But that comic book that came out last Wednesday. Now, what I find funny is that we could have cut this off a long time ago, but we didn't. We'll talk about that later on. We could have curtailed this, but it's me and mine. And I'm like Terrell Owens. I love me some me. Me and mine getting distracted with talking points that don't matter. Because what winds up happening, because you think you know, but you don't know, and you know you don't know. You think you know. You think you know. You don't. And I'm saying, baby, no shade. You think you know, but you don't know. And the reason why I know you don't know, because while you might not have been keeping up with me, doesn't necessarily mean I was not keeping up with you. And I'm saying that to quite a few of y'all. No, I'm saying that to all of y'all. If you think you him and you think you her, I agree. Thus, I've been keeping up with you. Right? Okay. Well, how you feel today, you didn't feel 2 years ago, 3 years ago. You didn't feel that way. Hell, you didn't feel that way Age of Ultron. I know, because I was keeping up with you back then. And in my rounds, doing what I'm doing, searching, researching, I see where the Rock With Me Nation can say it's a lot of firsts attributed to the Rock With Me Nation. It's a lot of firsts attributed to the Rock With Me Nation being Black Panther fans that I would have thought it was already known, but it wasn't. Let's back up. The actor passed away. We know what they said. Well, who threw a flag on the play? Who, and when I'm not saying who threw a flag on the play as in who threw a flag, because we know, but the validation don't matter if you asleep. I see quite a few people. I'm a Black Panther fan. Really? If you were a Black Panther fan and you had a platform, you're validated, you got all these accomplishments, why ain't you say nothing? Because that was it then. I went back to the Age of Ultron. You actually could have went back to Captain America, the first Avenger, but that ain't got nothing to do with this one. Because you talking about a white Black Panther. I see quite a few of us saying we're Black Panther fans. It's not for me to say one way or the other. It is for me to ask you, when they first gave Bucky the mantle of the White Wolf, why you ain't say nothing? Because that's two right there. Age of Ultron, because that's the T'Challa's origin story. Nobody said anything, but you mad now. You mad now. You wasn't mad then, and that's your favorite character. We pulling up stuff, validating, showing folks why we're fans of that character. Well, if you're a fan of that character, you don't let anybody trespass on that character. That character been getting trespassed for quite some time, and because folks can get you distracted on talking about a comic book, you cannot keep it a buck. You don't even know what you should have been looking for when you should have been looking for it. You got this because it's a comic book, and you still bought it. You still bought it with the writer sitting right there saying, hey, give me till issue 3. You'll like it then. You still bought it. There is a healthy amount of what Stockholm syndrome with that one right there. Because in the same breath in which you're complaining, you paid for it. To me, that's like the action figure reviewer that buys an action figure, bashes it. Why did you buy it if you didn't like it? That don't make no damn sense to me. There's quite a few people complaining, but you bought it. Not only did you buy it, you're reviewing it. And the enablement, I guess I'll wait to see. You guess you'll wait to see what? I want to see. I be trying to figure out how this go down, because I'm like, I equate fiction or imitates life. What? No, you can't tell me, Theo, if you go down that road, something bad gonna happen to you. And I'm still gonna go, no, I'm the person who still to this day, at this age, ain't ever said certain words in certain orders or certain amount of times with the lights off. Oh, we're not doing that. Let's just wait and see. And folks, because they want to go see, will encourage you to go along with them. I'm not going to hell with you. I'm sorry. If I'm going by myself. No. There's too many flaws with this. As it stands right now, let me see here. Let me look on my Komoyo bead and see if I can tell what time it is real quick. As I stand here, what's today? June 16th? When that comic book come out? A couple weeks ago? You know what talking point is being regurgitated over and over and over, regardless of who it is. A white Black Panther. Some folks will sit up there and throw a Black Captain America out there. The thing is, ain't but one of them canon. It's the Black Captain America. And actually, Sam Wilson is not the first Black Captain America. He's the third. See, if you comic book fans, like I am, most of us in the Rock With Me Nation, we know Sam is the third Black Captain America. He's not the first. That would be Isaiah. His clone son, Josiah, would be the second one. So while you being mad, and mind you, they got the shield way before Bucky did. Shield, mantle, whatever you want to call it. You want to be mad? Oh, no. If you're going to be mad as a Captain America fan, what you should have been asking was not why did Sam get the shield before Bucky, but where's Josiah at? That's the talking point. See, when you're a knowledgeable comic book fan, that's the talking point. It ain't got nothing. No, Your racism is letting me know you got an issue with black folks because you're not mentioning the two black characters that preceded the white character. You ain't even telling folks that Jeffrey Mace, who popped up on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., actually carried that damn shield as Captain America. You ain't even and I'll be sitting there looking. I'll be looking at us, watching them go back and forth and have conversations with nothing that ain't got a damn thing to do with nothing. Well, anybody that's pissed off about or excited, if you're excited about the white tomato, whatever the damn child name is, Kenshu, whatever, ketchup, if you got such a hard-on erection for that character, why you weren't complaining about erectile dysfunction when they made Bucky the White Wolf? Yeah, well, why you weren't complaining about it being limp, as in a limp story? Why you didn't say nothing? Because you know damn good and well Bucky ain't the White Wolf. It's Hunter. Black hair, blue eyes, mustache. You know who Hunter looked like? Go with me here. He looked like the dude, the Viltrumite, whatchamacallit, Mark's dad, except he ain't got the gray sideburns and everything like that. Yeah, he's Clark with a mustache. You ain't seen him. Ain't seen it. You know why? Because he's straight Wakanda. We don't want to talk about him. And when I say we, I'm talking about those that's getting such an erection right now. They don't want to talk about it because, see, that white dude ain't the white dude they want on the throne because that white dude don't like them. That's the talking point. That which, by the way, is created by the same dude who's writing this. You'd have thought a guy who already gave us a white character would come back knowing that his white character ain't been fleshed out. That's the talking point. Would come back and flesh out his white character. Not at all. That's the talking point. That's the talking point. So we can get food on all this other stuff, but see, that's how you increase a character's imagery. That's how you flesh out a character's supporting cast. But no, first of all, he ain't even told me who Heinz ketchup bottle is. And when I'm sorry, my bad. He want to introduce to us ketchup tomato, and we ain't even got Hunter, which is a damn shame. The most I get about Hunter ain't even from the dude that created him. It's from Reginald Huntley. It's from Reginald Huntley. The dude already then low-key tried to replace T'Challa. If you're a Black Panther fan, you know that. Casper Cole. He did that already. That's the talking point. He did it in his interviews. While folks only want to talk about his comic book contributions, no, I tell folks all the time, when you're dealing with your favorite character, you deal with your favorite character. You deal with the writers of your favorite character. So when they're writing your favorite character, you know what they've said about your favorite character. That's the talking point. This whole white Black Panther thing, Hunter sits right there. You ever got a what if story? How long has Marvel Comics been around? When did Hunter get introduced as a character? Did Hunter not show up on Avengers Assemble? Blonde hair, ain't that him right there? And I know damn good and well the general audience they did not know who the hell that was when they saw that damn cartoon. Us comic book fans, we're like, well, why he look like that? well, why? But we was excited. Why? Okay, never mind. All right, okay, we guess. But who said something? Hunter sat right there. Prior to Reginald Hudlin introducing Shooty, was not Hunter who was introduced by Christopher Priest, one seat away from the throne. One seat. And folks love to talk about his relationship with T'Challa. You know what? Loki don't get that type of animosity. Wonder why? No, Loki is a fan favorite. Wonder how? And Loki done more despicable things to his brother than Casper has. And it ain't even close. That's the talking point. But why though? Because we don't get to see Hunter like that. That's the talking point. That's the talking point. As a matter of fact, not only do we not get to see Hunter like that, we don't even get to see the Titler character like that. That's the talking point. That's the talking point. When was the last time the Titler character had their own? And while I do love Cheryl Lynn Eaton's work, as far as I'm concerned, one of the best pieces of writing when it comes to Black Panther fiction, we didn't got it quite some time. It was 3 issues. So if I'm going by a 10-issue minimum, when was the last time we got an ongoing monthly with Black Panther? Dr. Eve Ewing. That's the talking point. See, Captain America still got an ongoing monthly comic book. And while folks want to talk about Black Cap don't have a monthly ongoing comic book. Black Cap get 5 issues here. 5 issues where we got to put him in a backyard barbecue in the first issue, and then we got to put him on the plantation the rest of the issues. The only good thing came out of that was the Shadow Soldier, Josiah. That was it. That was the only damn thing. And you know it. That's the talking point. But you don't possess it if you're not a comic book fan. You sitting around here chasing the rabbit tail and everything like that, talking about, well, folks want to get excited about white characters. They done had quite a few. Everett Ross been there since Christopher Priest. Hunter been there since Christopher Priest. Casper Cole been there since Christopher Priest. Horatio been there since Don McGregor. Those are the talking points. So you done had ample enough time as a white Black Panther fan to get offended about the absence of white characters. That's why that ain't the talking point. You didn't get offended over here. But if we're going to talk about it and we're going to use our platform to talk about it, wouldn't it, be beneficial? Because I think what I've demonstrated, any of us can show that we're a Black Panther fan by showing the stuff that we got. Some of us got a lot. Some of us got a little bit. It is what it is. The titles mean little to nothing without the knowledge to validate it. So, baby, no shade, as my 13, soon to be 14-year-old say. Baby, no shade. When we talking about these characters, though, specifically this one, you kind of need to know what you're talking about. And in regards to what you're talking about, it got nothing to do uproar in regards to a white Black Panther. That easily could have been a damn what if story. Easily should have been a what if story. So that ain't the talking point. No, the talking point is what's been going on with this character since the actor passed away. Y'all don't want to touch it. Why not? This, as I said today on social media, this ain't the first time the character been disrespected. This the latest time. This the next time that the character been disrespected. This ain't the first time. Where y'all been? And if you're gonna speak on it, speak on it. Don't speak around it. Speak on it. This ain't the first time. This character was disrespected when somebody compared a live acting actor to voiceover actors. That was the first disrespect right there. Damn, for real? We ain't doing that. Okay, so really, let me know who's comparing Kevin Conroy to Adam West. Let me know who's comparing Kevin Conroy to Christian Bale. I'll wait. No. Let me know who's comparing Kevin Conroy to Michael Keaton. I see that's the talking point right there. See, yes, yeah. I'm just Theo. Mr. I ain't saying, I'm just saying, and I'm literally saying, I ain't saying, I'm just saying. No, we comparing Kevin Conroy to Michael Keaton. George Clooney. Val Kilmer. Man, stop. If y'all don't get on if y'all don't get up out of here with that damn nonsense, oh hell to the hell to the hell to the hell, hell to the www, hell no. We're not comparing the dude that played Lex Luthor in Smallville. I can't remember his name right now, but voiced the Flash. We're not comparing. Stop. We're not doing that. How we do it? See, that's the talking point. That's the talking point. This ain't ever been done before, but over here it was good. And then what the talking point because this is the other talking point. William Hurt, Harrison Ford, Thunderbolt Ross. That's the talking point. Because that came months after the other announcement. And nobody said that's the talking point. That's the talking point. That's the talking point. X-Men 97. That episode, when you got the showrunner of the Fantastic Four, shout out to the brother, you got the showrunner telling you that was T'Challa. Yet you got folks, boy, this some nasty work right here. And I will give credit where credit due. Shout out to Herschel. Catching folks on some slimy stuff on Marvel Wikipedia. They went listen. They went to the wet works. They went overnight. We gonna change Marvel Wiki to match X-Men 97, as if folks ain't read that damn Marvel Wiki before. Boy, look, that's the talking point. That's the talking point, right? That's the talking point. The fact that they released a Black Panther action figure, that comic book that you held up, Fantastic 452, there's actually a Black Panther action figure that looks just like that. Looks just like that. And they didn't even put T'Challa's name on it. Action figure came out when Black Panther 2 came out. That's the talking point. Wait, you ain't got no video game of the character unless we talking these right here. If you ain't got these right here, you ain't really played no video game with T'Challa like that. No. A video game, 2 of them. One, we gonna have Azuri in it. Why? Why? What for? No. And we ain't even doing the video game, right? We're Black Panther fans, right? Then Captain America, Steve Rogers should not have a round shield. That's the talking point. Gabe, who ain't really get no shine when Derek Luke played him in Captain America, First Avenger. Yeah, Gabe is supposed to be the reason why Steve got that round shield. And that's the talking point. That's the talking point. And I'm gonna tell you why in a few, but that's the talking point right there. The fact that they wanted to come out, EA, look at how God worked. EA wanted to come out with a Black Panther video game. And everybody and their mama, including 3 known Black Panther villains, can play as the Black Panther. That's the talking point. That's the talking point. Theo, what are you saying? You know, in reality, aren't they effing with black history? I'm gonna ask that question again because I don't know if we heard it. I don't know if we heard it. In reality, aren't they messing with black history? Black history you actually lived through. Well, if they bold enough to alter Black history that either you've lived through, your parents have lived through, your grandparents have lived through, right? What you think the test was? No, what you think the litmus test was? You're comfortable in Black characters being disparaged in ways you could never feel comfortable enough to say a white character should be just as equally disparaged. In ways you ain't got it within you to say a white criminal. You got a lot to say about a Black criminal, but you ain't got it within you to speak out on the white criminal. And they could be trash. You ain't got it, but we got it to let folks talk about us. And we will keep giving them a platform. You say, Theo, what you talking about? Didn't the brother, European brother, wasn't he over there in England, Europe? Didn't he disparage Black women in front of two brothers? What they say? What they say? He was able to do it. Came over in America. He was able to not only explain himself, but go on quite a few of our shows to justify it. Okay, well, we're not going to act like quite a few people didn't justify T'Challa being deleted, even though Paul Walker sits right there. Paul Walker sits right there. Paul Walker. And I keep saying that, but those of us who are butt hurt right now, that's the talking point. You won't talk about it. You're being distracted by a comic book. Mind you, Dara and I have been against race swaps for the longest time. Because when folks was talking about Michael B. Jordan playing Clark Kent, we said then, hey, be careful what you wish, be careful what you ask for. Because see, you're not going to get Clark Kent. Hell no, you're not going to get Clark Kent. They'll give you somebody else. Somebody you don't give two damns about. That's who you're going to get. But when they come looking for you, though, when they come looking for you, it's going to hurt. We've been told y'all that. they ain't spared, okay? With Theo, what you saying? Keep letting the talk point not be the talk point. I'm going to keep up with these notes after I say this. You feeling some type of way about T'Challa. We know damn good and well why the Black Panther should not be white, right? They know that. We know that. Everybody and their mama know that. This is the one character where we doing what if, else worlds and everything like that. That ain't changing unless what we got going on across the globe is changing. And ain't nobody doing that. No. Aurora next. Theo say what? Now, mind you, Aurora's already been culturally appropriated. She next. Theo, don't say that. Don't say what? Because see, I've been saying what I've been saying. Quite a few of us been saying what we've been saying. But they don't want to give you a child from that union, right? Right. Well, don't be surprised whether it's an alternate universe, what if, Elseworlds, Aurora will pop up with a child that don't come from a Black person. And Mr. Smith knows what that's like to be written into canon because he's the same person who pointed out what happened with Luke Cage and Jessica Jones. It's canon. You're going to have Aurora walk around with a biracial child you ain't going to never see again. Keep getting caught up on the wrong damn thing. Mind you, I ain't tripping. I got a roar at the house. I'm gonna keep up with these notes. I'm gonna get on up out of here. Grand Madam Tarot. And shout out to Grand Madam Tarot, because she was the one who put me up on game first thing this morning. She said, Theo, go check this out. I went. I checked it out. And it wasn't like what was being said was incorrect. It just didn't matter. Because everything that was said was already known. No, folks want us going down a rabbit hole talking about a white Black Panther. I ain't talking about no white damn Black Panther. I'm talking about Black imagery, because that's what we've been talking about. Black imagery, Black representation, Black love, and Black loyalty. That's been the damn talking point. See, that's the talking point. That when you know that's the talking point right there, you able to do this right here. Y'all tripping. Y'all tripping. Ain't nobody going for that. You know damn good and well, you're not gonna tell me the writer, the critically acclaimed writer of my favorite character, does not know folks want him, if he coming back, to give them an ongoing monthly title. Who don't know that? Which one of us don't know that? You talking to me about a white Black Panther. Where is the ongoing monthly comic? You talking about a white Black Panther in a far-flung future? No damn that. Where are the 4 children from Reginald Huntley's Black Panther Annual 1 from a far-flung future? Damn all that other stuff you talk about. You talking to me about white characters in Wakanda? No damn all that. Where is Horatio at? You want to talk to me about white? I don't mind. I'm here for it. Where's Horatio at? Where's Hunter at? I don't give a damn if you like him or not. Where's Horatio at? Where's Hunter at? Where's Casper at? I don't give a damn. No. Finish them stories first. Finish them damn. That's the talking point. I don't want no, because you ain't gonna do a damn thing with Tosin. He's still sitting right there. We ain't seen Tosin since JR did it. And let me just stay right there. Why in the hell are we, as so-called intelligent people, holding fictional characters responsible for what writers and editors got them doing? Boy, look, like, damn it, I'm a comic book fan. I am. I love these characters. I ain't finna act like that. I do. But damn it, I know that the damn line between reality and fiction. I ain't mad at not one damn character. They not real. I ain't never seen so many social media posts. Well, grown for you mad at the character for real? Like, you despise the character. That's tough. I'm gonna keep on reading notes. Now I'm getting on up out of here. I said we came in here for a good time, not to be confused with a long time. Bro, who the F introduced us to Ironheart? Were they just no straight out there? Hey, I remember leaning over to my homie in the movie theater and said, ain't no damn white wolf. Here we go. I'm gonna go back old school with it. Y'all ready? Rock with me, nation. Who the is in Jobu? That's the talking point. That's the talking point right there. Why you give me this as a representation of T'Chaka's brother as opposed to Sion? Why you want to give me the dude that sold his brother out as opposed to the dude who honored his brother? I don't want that. Who asked for that? See, that's the talking point. That's all this self-imposed black on black crime in my superhero movie. That's the talking point. Everett Ross making the game-saving play in my movie, because I ain't never made the game-saving play in nobody else's movie. No, Everett Ross making the game-saving play in my movie, that's the talking point. The dude that played my favorite actor, not getting the majority of the screen time in his own damn movie, that's the talking point. See how I did that? Yeah, you see how I ain't saying nothing about this over here? you see how, and if you gonna quote Avengers versus X-Men, quote the fact that Shuri led the Ias-Ijs to Atlantis, not to Loka, not whatever that place is with the dude with the running short. No, not the dude that's my height. No, Shuri led the Ias-Ijs, went on no barge, they swam, they went down. These folks right here, these folks were still in Wakanda. These folks went to Atlantis. These folks stayed in Wakanda. These folks right here, they went to Atlantis. Yeah. Misrepresenting my characters, that's the talking point. That's the talking point. But then the only reason why they're able to do that is because we don't know our characters. That's the talking point. We don't know our characters. That's the talking point. We don't want to go get the information. That's the talking point. But we act like partial history is all the history we need. Well, if all you know is parts of your history, is it safe to say it's not beyond the realm of possibility for somebody to alter your history right there in your face? Because you don't know it. You don't know it. You ain't looking for it. You want to be spoon-fed everything. Well, everything you're spoon-fed ain't good for you. You could be consuming something you don't need. You'd be able to ascertain what it was if you went and got it for yourself. Yeah, if you went and got it for yourself, you don't know the black characters that they giving you in the MCU. Whose fault that is? There's a lack of accountability. Whose fault that is? Yeah, this is the woke episode. Whose fault that is? Don't say it's overexposure of the other characters, because those who want something find a way to get it done. Those who don't will find 1,000 excuses why it don't even matter. Well, which black character do you really know? It ain't T'Challa. Stop lying. You don't know T'Challa's origin story like that because you don't care. See what I just said? You don't know his origin story like that because you don't care. You don't know Aurora's origin story like that because you don't care. You know what you think it is, but you don't know what you know it is. Like, you can't stand 10 toes down on Aurora's origin story and be like, that's her origin story, right? You wouldn't put your hand on the Bible with that. You wouldn't put your hand on the Bible with Aurora's origin story nor T'Challa's origin story. But you could with Peter's, though, right? Peter Parker, you could do it. Bruce Wayne, you could do it. Clark Kent, you could do it. You could. And watch this. Even though you really ain't read that character's origin story, the fact that they damn near got it 1-for-1 in the movie and comic book fans could appreciate it, that's why Iron Man 1 right now is still one of the most liked MCU movies ever done. Oh yeah, Jason Favreau did that. He did that. He's like, oh, you ain't playing, huh? The only person we was concerned about was Robert Downey Jr. You were like, who? What? Wait, what? Who? He finna play Tony Stark? Okay. He did it. He did it. The armor. All three of them. Yeah, all of them. The one in the cane, the dude that played, all that. That was straight up out of what? Tales from Suspense? We like, well, damn it, big dog. The comic book fan walked out of Iron Man 1 like this. That's what's up. That's what's up. You know what the comic book fan did walking up out the Flash movie? Laughed their ass off. Right. The comic book fan laughed their ass off with the Flash movie for the exact opposite of the reason they walked out of the first Iron Man movie. One respected the source. Your biggest MCU flops to date are stories that have not a damn thing to do with the source. They making up stuff. That's why it don't make no damn sense. You sitting up here trying to figure out, well, how much sense it make from a storytelling standpoint that a super soldier is gonna take on a Hulk character, two of them, that he ain't. It don't. It don't. It don't. And the student in you know better, regardless of what you want to say as an adult. The student in you know better. The student in you like, oh, that's trash. That's a different talking point though. When folks start talking superhero fatigue, that ain't really got anything to do with this video. But keeping the main thing. Don't get distracted. Know what you should be talking about and why, because it ain't got a damn thing to do with a white Black Panther. It goes right back to the misrepresentation of Black imagery, Black representation, Black love, Black loyalty. That's been the talking point since, oh, I don't know. Let's see here. We go all the way back to Captain America, the First Avenger. We could. Heimdall's still white in the comics. I don't know why Sam got to struggle. James Rhodes been how long? 2016. James Rhodes still. You want to give him an Armor Wars series, but you can't fix his back. Stop it. Stop it. I ain't doing that. Sam isn't the first or second Black Captain America, but he's Captain America. They made it with no connection to anything bird-like. Yeah, you heard right. I'm the king, so that means I'm fly. Yeah, they ain't give him none of that, and he still got it in the comic. We'll call him T'Challa. When Ultron cut Claw arm, I was appalled. My friends talking about why you mad, and I said that's supposed to be T'Challa taking Claw arm. Everyone understood when I explained this origin story. You know what? Salute to you not telling, because I ain't been able to do that. Yeah. I be sitting up there like, you don't care about that? Nah. But you a comic book fan though, right? Yeah. And you a Black Panther fan, right? Yeah. And you don't care nothing about that? This what the fallback excuse on. Everything ain't got to be one for one. Well, Peter's origin story is damn near one for one. Ain't he? I don't give a damn whether he getting bit in high school, getting bit in college. He's still getting bit by radioactive spiders. I don't give a damn if Uncle Ben show up in the damn movie or not. He still know with great responsibility, with great powers come great responsibility. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn if she looks 60 years old, if she look 40 years old. Her name's still Aunt May. But damn it, if you can do that, I'll buy mine. You gonna give me mine? I don't expect no less, and I ain't settling for no less either. I need all mine. I need Sion. I need Azuri. And can we do this? I'm gonna spin the bottle real quick. They say it's just a mantle, right? They say it's just a mantle. I didn't want to forget this. That was the rage. Even on certain people's talk shows where they would have their friend, their homeboy, something like that, that wore glasses, might not have had any hair on their head, say something like, "Ooh, I want to see Eric Killmonger sitting on the throne." That was a great time for education. As a matter of fact, whether we're doing a show for ratings or not, there was some education that should have taken place so that brother don't even walk on the show letting irresponsible stuff like that come out his mouth, because that never should have been anything that came out of the mouth of a so-called woke, intelligent black man. Yet it did. It did. It did. We let a lot of stuff fly. For what? For what? But we say we Black Panther fans. That's what bothers me more than anything else, because I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. I know what that's like. And I talk about my Steelers. I'm a Georgia Bulldog fan. I know what that's like. You know what it's like too. Quite a few of us lying. I just don't know why. Because if it's your favorite character, there's certain things you're able to say. There's certain talking points you know. There's certain talking points you're not even going to engage in, because you know that talking point is just something to distract you from the main thing. What's going on with this character? What's going on with this character and all the other Black characters that we don't want to tell their story right? We got characters with both parents, but we writing these characters like they come from single parent homes. Why is that what we're doing? Why are we deviating so far from our characters? Sam broke, Sam a veteran, but ain't got no money. Sam a veteran, but ain't got no connection with USAA nor Navy Federal. Division can afford a whole damn lot of land, but Sam can't get a small loan to fix his boat. At the end of Captain America, Civil War, really? Sam is chasing Rhodey. The Vision aims at Sam and hits Rhodey. Rhodey paralyzed from the waist down. Tony come down. He got to hit Sam. Sam got to get locked up. James got to learn how to rewalk. Hold on. My bad. Extremist virus that allows Tony to walk around without the arc reactor that kept Pepper from blowing up. I'm sorry. Vibranium that healed Everett Ross in less than 24 hours and unconditioned Bucky. Wait, hold, talk, wait, pause. What we doing? That's the talking point. Those are the talking points, and those talking points trump anything having, because see, if you can't do this, you're not thinking about doing no comic book like this. Asking Christopher Priest about this child, no, Christopher Priest needs to talk to us about if he want to do a comic book with a white character. What about these 3 white characters nobody's done anything with? Like we do with all of Batman's characters. Because you know their stories too, right? Right? Yeah, you getting Dick Grayson, Richard Grayson on the Titans. That's him. You ain't got Shorty yet, but you a Shorty fan, right? You watch Black Panther 2. You put your dashiki on and everything like that, but you don't know what a griot is, and you sit up there and let it be disrespected. That's the talking point. Trash writing where we can't even get the illness. That's the talking point. That's horrible writing. Horrible writing. Those are the talking points. This over here talking about this white character. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. This been trash. This been trash since the Age of Ultron. Actually, this has been trash since Captain America, the first Avenger. Black characters. Does art imitate life? You live just like I live. You live in America just like I live. What are you seeing? Draw the references. if we gonna do away with T'Challa's history, right? You don't see anything else being done away with real time, real life in America. T'Challa is fictional Black history, fictional. You don't see anything similar playing out real time in front of you. You don't, because if you don't, I wear contacts and I got some reading glasses I can lend you, but it ain't like we don't participate either, right? Have some of us social media influencers not went above and beyond to disparage our historical leaders? Martin Luther King, Dr. Martin Luther King, right? Malcolm X, right? We're not going to talk about anybody else's history though, right? Don't some of us have platforms right now where we tear our historical figures down, act like certain thing? Because I can't believe I saw somebody swooping down Harriet Tubman wasn't real, and it was us saying it. I don't. Ain't that real time? Ain't that really how that? Yeah. So know what the talking points are. That's my point. Know what the talking points are so you don't get distracted. Keeping up here. We call them. They're going to give Bucky the shield. Joaquin will be Falcon. That one kid from Iron Man 3 will be Iron Man. Listen, you know what? God bless him. that's the best I can say. God bless him. Grand Madam Tarot, how we doing, Grand Madam? What did I just walk into? The results of the message, the inbox that you sent me this morning. I mean, you know, I ain't mad at anybody. I love us, so I ain't mad at somebody loving themselves. I just ain't got to disparage anybody to love me. I ain't got to do that. I ain't got to tell nobody else. I love me some me. You ain't got nothing I want. I'm just, you know, I don't. I don't. I like what I got. I like what I got, and what I ain't got, I get it. I don't want nothing you got. As I said before, because that's a different video, I do not want your sloppy seconds when it comes to these characters. I don't. I want my own original, but that's a different conversation for a different day. I understand the issue skipping all the other white folks in Black Panther, but me personally, they have enough of their own characters. We need more Black representation of the Crown of Wakanda. Well, here's why I say what I said, Dirk 2 Minute, and this is not a right or wrong response. The reason why I speak the way that I do, you don't have an excuse. And when I say I'm not speaking specifically of you, I eliminate excuses, because if you're a Black Panther fan, given the time frame that these characters have been around, you want them all back. You ain't consistent with you ain't content with just seeing them pop up here or there. Because if I sit up there and say, well, where's Taku? Okay, well, Taku came around a few issues before Horatio. Am I not gonna ask where Horatio at? They a couple. Am I not gonna ask? That wouldn't be and what keep that same energy. I'm gonna be fair. And what I've noticed is being fair, calling it for what it is, makes folks uncomfortable. Not saying it make you uncomfortable, but I done had quite a few folks want to say, You say you want white representation in Wakanda? Yeah. Why you ain't been saying nothing? See, that's how I get them. Don't talk about why you ain't been saying nothing. Horatio been sitting there since the 70s. Where you been, dog? I ain't know nothing about him. No. You're a Black Panther fan and you love you some white, right? Right. Well, you know about him. Ain't no excuses. No. If I know it's two malices, yeah, you got to. you got one character from back then. I'm sitting up here. Let me see. I got King Cadaver. I got Baron Macabre. I got Malice. Let me see. I got Salamander Crew. I got a whole litany of characters. You got one. Well, damn it, if you don't care about that one, don't act like you care about these others. Stop that. You stop that. Stop that. Nope. So that's how I do it. That's how I do it. Let me keep up. I'm gonna try my best to keep up with these notes. Let me see here. Let me keep up. Let me see. Kamoyo, happy Father's Day. Thank you, Grand Madam. Thank you. Thank you, Grand Madam says happy Father's Day. Let me see here. Diabolical. Hawkeye had a whole family on a nice plot of land, a farm, living it, but Sam was struggling to say, man, thank you. Thank you. My dog sitting there. Sam sitting up there struggling. Hawkeye got it nice. I mean, nice acres. 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 And folks like, I'm like, no, I'm pissed off as a real black veteran. That's the other damn thing. See, that's the talking point. I'm pissed off as a real black veteran. You telling me the dude that's probably an E5, at the very least an E5, E6, that was deployed on special duty overseas. It's too many bonus paychecks in there. It's too many bonuses in there. When I'm looking, I'm like, no, that dude not broke. I see he stay on base housing, and he driving a Ford. He ain't driving no Toyota. my dog driving a Ford mid-size car, and he broke. Don't even get me started on Lamar Hoskins. Far as I'm concerned, there are still not enough influencers, period. Forget the black ones. There are still not enough influencers, period. Pissed off, irate, 38 hot, because if we can get influencers to talk about, and shout out to you, big dog, because everybody that you called out this morning is absolute trash. I agree with you, absolute trash. You have so many folks that are so quick to use the word woke incorrectly, DEI, just throw it all over the place. They don't say anything about that. Like, and you know it for what it is. They perfectly fine to say, oh, such and such and so was woke. I said it once, I said it again. It's only been 2 woke movies in the MCU. One made 1.3 billion, the other one made 800 million. So don't let nobody tell you nothing else. It ain't been but 2 woke movies in the MCU. Everything else has been everything else. A social awareness issue, a social awareness movie. Eternals was a diverse movie. But woke, and they can't even make you feel bad, because those 2 movies have made quite a bit more money than some of the movies they be bragging about. Mind you, don't adjust for inflation when it comes to Black Panther. If you adjust for inflation when it comes to Black Panther, don't let nobody make you feel bad about woke. So, wrapping it up in a nice little bow, don't get distracted by fake talking points. They want us to be concerned about a white Black Panther. Well, if I wanted a story about a white Black Panther, it would have been about hunting. If I wanted a story about a white Black Panther, hell, it would have been about Casper Cole. Characters I already got. Hell, truth be told, if we really wanted to do some razzle dazzle with it, and I wanted to talk about a white Black Panther, what's wrong with the white character that's been there since the 70s? Oh, he gay? That's what that is? He gay? Because he been in Wakanda, and he's literally dating somebody, married to somebody that's a member of the Wakandan army. T'Challa's advisor, T'Challa's military advisor, that's his husband. What's wrong with him? You don't like the way he look in the face? All this fake hair, it's fake to me. Not when I know them characters been sitting right there. What's wrong with Casper? You got a Jewish mama. He got a Jewish mama. You don't like that? What about this? His dad is a black police officer on the tape. Yeah, and so his brother is a criminal. You don't like them stereotypes right now? Those are good stereotypes if you like them. Black stereotype, father ain't in the life because dad was not in his life. Dad doing crime. Yep. See how that go? Could have got him. Dad ain't worth a damn. Brother ain't worth a damn. So, we keep up. Like I said, I appreciate y'all getting up out of here. At the end of the day, know what you're gonna be mad about, because some of the stuff that folks want you to be mad about really does not amount to anything. But as long as they can keep us distracted, they will. And my thing is, don't get distracted. At the very least, if you're gonna have a bone to pick, know which bone you picking. And quite a few of us, as I still sit up here and say it, watch, we're being triggered by stuff that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. And the reason why I'm pointing that out is because you don't educate. The way we get past this is knowing about the characters that we care about. And chasing stuff like that, it doesn't educate the fan base. When that's what your role is, education is key, then you educate the fan base. Chasing stuff that folks don't care, want you chasing, it doesn't do anything. A Ryan Gosling movie, first of all, ain't gonna get made no differently than ain't one of them damn Black Panther video games gonna get made. They're not gonna get made because it's way too many people that are knowledgeable. And we go above and beyond to spread that knowledgeable as the Rock With Me Nation, so folks cannot be fed misinformation. That's how you overcome this nonsense. That's how we keep one another woke. What's going on, Big Ruben? Big Ruben in the building. Big Ruben Thomas, y'all give it up one time with Big Ruben. Make sure I keep up with these messages. Let me see. Terry, they don't even know the definition of woke. That's the problem. Okataki, I can't even say how it makes me feel. I feel some type of way on the inside when one of us uses that word incorrectly. I be like, and I even had a brother defend it, and I'm like, the stuff you're doing, you would never be able to do with their culture. Never. You would never be able to misspeak, misquote anything on anybody else's culture that's not Black. And we just keep allowing it and then be surprised with how folks treat us. I'm going to go back to it. Nick Cannon was on the show, podcast. He said something a demographic did not care for. Yeah, I'm going to leave it right there because I ain't trying to get canceled. He said something a demographic didn't care for. Well, damn it seemed like we love every damn thing folks say about us. Well, right, wrong, it don't matter. It's just a fictional hero. It's bigger. It's bigger things to worry about in life. Till that thing become you. Now you want to have something to say. No, you should have said something then. You should have. That's the whole purpose of being woke. That's why we tell each other to stay woke. It don't matter how big it is, how small it is. What matters is that it is. Hey, you see that over there? You see that? You see that over there? Yeah. You see it, right? Yeah, okay. Okay. If enough of us would have been woke and not emotionally compromised, when that dude walked to the stage on December 12th and made that statement, on December 10th and made that statement that he made, we'd be like, boy, stop it. We'd be like, man, stop. No, the fact that we all cried, I don't care. I'm able to say it with my chest because I know I did it. The fact that we cried when Paul Walker passed away, we cried, we shed tears when we got the news, we shed tears at the end of the damn movie. That was horrible CGI. We knew it was his two brothers taking up the role for him. We all shed damn tears. We know the dude passed away while they were filming. In the midst of filming. And we sat up there and let folks tell us they was at home. Like, that still to me, though, I don't get that. They were at home. They were at home. He passed away in 2020. Principal photography did not start till the middle of 2021. I'm going to say that one more time. He passed away in 2020. They didn't start shooting till the middle of 2021. Meanwhile, or before then, the cast of Fast and the Furious were literally in the midst of filming. Literally. Did they recast the character? No. Did they kill the character off? No. You see that over there? I heard what he said, but did you see this over here? Did you see it? Oh man, what the cast and crew said. I heard what the cast and crew said. Did you see what they did? Do you see this over here? Even when we talked about William Hurt tragically passing away. No problem. Harrison Ford. You don't see that over there? What do we keep saying? It's different. You right, just not the way you saying it's different. It's damn so different. You don't see that? You don't see that. What you talking about? You don't see how they recast another award-winning, critically acclaimed actor with another one? And not just another one. They went and got another Academy Award-winning actor to replace the dearly departed Academy. Like, they don't just fall off trees. You see that? We kept making excuses for it. We kept making excuses for it. You know who you work with. You know who your friends are. We done been to enough funerals. I'm going to say that one more time. You know who your friends are. We done been to enough funerals. Our culture. We know who funeral we go to. We know who funeral we don't go to. We know why we getting invited to funerals. We know why we not getting invited to funerals. We know some of us that got personally invited to funerals, and we know some of us that just showed up. We know that. We know that. We know what it's like to have friends, and we know friendships, and we know what it's like to have work relationships. We do. We do. Theo, what you saying? I'm saying, you don't see that over there? You ain't see, you don't know Christopher Reeve's son getting ready to pop up in the cameo in the Superman movie? You ain't see that? You ain't see how they had the Christopher Reeve family on Good Morning America, low key hyping James Gunn's Superman movie some months ago? You ain't see that? You ain't see Christopher Reeve, the Superman story, because that literally came out in movie theaters. You didn't see that? Come on now. Come on. I wasn't the only one. You ain't see that? You know they waited 5 years after Christopher Reeve passed away before they did a Superman movie with Brandon Root. You know that. You saw that, right? And you know Brandon Root's Clark Kent was the same Clark Kent that Christopher Reeve played. You know that, right? You see that, right? They didn't, in essence, they didn't delete the character Christopher Reeve played. No, they actually continued it in another movie. And he came back and he had a whole son. You didn't see that? You didn't notice his son has two fathers and a mother, while over here, for no reason whatsoever. You didn't see that? You didn't see that? See, that's being woke. That's being woke. And Harrison Ford is freaking 82. That's being woke. You see that? That's being woke. You get the representation you settle for. That's great. That's his saying. You get the representation you settle for. It's good that you're saying that, because so many will put out misinformation or not detour it, and it removes the momentum of the movement. We have to stay knowledgeable of the fact. Yeah. Uncle Taki, come on, your king, right? It's also sad because a lot of our folks is a lot. Yeah. The only way we get a Black Panther movie with the white character portraying the Black Panther, they use Hunter. But they, right. You can't even get Hunter you can't even get Hunter back in Wakanda. And you saying that as a Black Panther fan, like, damn, I wish we could get T'Challa's brother back in Wakanda. Like, ah, dang, we can't. I mean, I don't even want him and T'Challa beefing with each other like that. Why I can't get to see all three siblings go whoop some ass? So what? I got the Warriors 3 in Asgard, right? Right. Well, why I can't have the Wakanda 3? I want to see the siblings go whoop some ass. Bring Eric back. Bring Eric back. Bring Eric back and let the siblings whoop his ass. Here we go. Bring Eric back. Let the siblings beat some sense into it. Yeah, because I don't know why Eric beef is with Wakanda anyway. I go back to it, which folks don't want to see. This is the woke part. Ain't Claw still living? All right. Ain't it Claw's fault that Eric's parents gone? When he tried to get Vibranium the first time, right? Right. That's Claw's fault. They ain't got a damn thing to do with T'Challa. It ain't. Okay. Well, he went to go work for the Kingpin. The Kingpin. He went to go work for the Kingpin, who put out a hit on him. Now, I got one he owe ass whooping to. That's Claw, for the deletion of his parents. Okay, well, the Kingpin tried to have him deleted. Eric deleted the two folks he sent after. He ain't went after the Kingpin yet. T'Challa, meantime, then spent time in Hell's Kitchen, taking over for Matt Murdock. But Eric ain't went back yet and spent the block. Oh, it's two folks Eric need to be seeing about. And it don't make no damn sense why he got more, kind of like how Wakabi was more mad at T'Challa about folks. Kind of like how T'Challa was more mad about Claw stealing vibranium than Zemo deleting his daddy. Yeah, that didn't make no damn sense. You sitting over here, Eric more mad at T'Challa about how Wakanda being ran than he is at the dude that is responsible, both his mama and daddy being gone, and the dude that put out a hit on him. Make it make sense. But me, as a knowledgeable Black Panther fan, knowing those unresolved issues sit out there, what I am supposed to be encouraged about. Now, mind you, because he the dude, he the writer. Give me some credit for holding on to this knowledge. You would like to think I would get some payback. Like, that dude know his stuff. It's a lot of fans out there know that. They want these issues resolved. Right. Did I not find out right now that the Time Trapper is really Doom? I'm sorry. Doomsday? I didn't even ask for that. I've been fine not knowing who the Time Trapper was for this whole damn time. Now it's Doom? I'm sorry, now it's Doomsday? I didn't know I needed to know that Batman Bruce at some point in time was going to miss a hand. But I now know, canon-wise, Bruce's right hand is not the right hand he came in the world with. It belonged to a clone. But I can't get my characters. See, those are the talking points right there. This other stuff, Caliente, Ketchup, Hines, whatever his name is, Kinshu, the character, the dude from Martin, Kenshi, I don't know who is now. No, ain't got nothing to do with all that. It's all misplaced anger. It's easy to go after what they perceive to be easy target. But yeah, that's it right there. Knows how the black marble glazers have all. There my brother go. My brother, listen, I told my wife today, My brother Daryl has got folks sitting up on their shoulder like this right here, on top of his shoulders, because we go back with it. We old school WCW fans and everything like that. So my brother has got you on top of his shoulders like this. I'm climbing up on the top rope like the Steiners. That's the way I equate it. He that's Rick. I'm Scott. I ain't got sense. I ain't got it. Big, what you used to call it? The big bad, yeah, big Papa Pump. Yeah. Yeah, so keep the information out there, put the right information out there. You're right, it is worse for some of us not knowing it. Yeah. Keep putting the right information out there. Don't go back and forth with people. That's not gonna move the needle. Also, don't be afraid to reach out. As I said, our culture is our culture. We own that. So somebody using the word woke incorrectly, go ahead and level up that knowledge. Don't get caught up in going back and forth with them. Just let them know, hey, 1930s, do your research. In regards to this comic book that's out here, it's out here for a reason. And it's out here for a reason to get you distracted. And as my brother Darryl was saying, it's basically to get you distracted off the main thing. What they're doing in comics, they're doing in reality. They're doing in reality. We said it before. If you let them do it with the fictional character, they'll do it with the real person. That no lies detected. You know that's what's going on. This is your character. I don't care who created it. And if we want to bring up Jack Kirby and Stan Lee, then I'm gonna go with this. You think about the fact that Jack Kirby and Stan Lee had way more respect for this character and what he meant to a people than quite a few brothers and sisters displaying today. Let me just say it like this so we understand what I'm saying. Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, they're not black. This character doesn't answer to anybody. This character debuted whooping ass. Now, while we can sit here and be concerned about the full mask and everything like that, T'Challa's mask is one of the most iconic superhero looks, point blank, period. It is what it is. We can't say they didn't listen to fans unlike folks do today. Oh no, when folks gave him a half mask, way before we had the internet, folks wrote in and the editorial department put the full mask back on him. So there's no such thing as, well, it can't be done if we ask. No, what we have to learn how to do is keep the main thing, and stop enabling stupidity. The way you stop enabling stupidity is possessing knowledge. And if you don't really know your favorite character or your favorite black character, like you know another character and that ain't your favorite character, so I ain't got no excuse. As Thanos say, I've been cursed with great knowledge. I know the origin of way too many characters that don't look like me for me not to go out there and get that knowledge about mine. Oh no, I won't do that. It would be the most embarrassing thing for somebody to come tell me more about a character that looked like me than I know. And I call myself a comic book fan. Oh, that would be embarrassing as hell. I don't want it. I don't want it. So I consider it my responsibility. And as we say with the Rock With Me Nation, we got these characters at the house. As Grace say, you get the representation that you pay for. I pay for a lot of representation in my home because, as Terrell Owens said, I said it once, I say it again. I love us a must. Listen, like the video, share the video. Keep the main thing the main thing. Keep the main thing the main thing. Don't get caught up. Don't go back and forth with people. You know what you don't know, and that you don't know, you don't need anybody to tell you you don't know it. Like myself, you're more than happy to go out there and get that knowledge on your own so that you will have it. So you don't need anybody to tell you that. That said, I'm out. Thank y'all so much for pulling up. You did not have to. For those who rock with me, nation, I hear troop in the background, spread my wings and fly and everything like that. We're gonna be giving y'all more content. We're gonna be popping outside. It's beautiful. It's the summertime. So we'll be doing more videos. We got more skits coming your way too. 1-800-BLK-HERO. Yeah, we got more stuff like that coming to you. Also, my wife Alicia will be returning to the channel. She got some Harry Potter stuff she want to do for y'all and everything like that. Y'all make sure y'all check with Grand Madam Tarot. If she don't drop a live tonight, she gonna drop one tomorrow. And my brother Daryl done already told you. He done already told you. He dropping a video. Speaking of videos, Joseph Ias-Ijs. Joseph, I said Joseph Ias-Ijs. Yeah, Milestone presents Shadow Cabinet. Yeah. Joseph, Blood Letter. Blood Letter come out this Wednesday, y'all. I say Blood Letter come out this Wednesday, y'all. And listen here, that sister don't play. She want all the smoke. That's all I'm gonna tell you. That's all I'm gonna tell you. So make sure you let your local comic book store operator know you want that Blood Letter. Go get that. So when we come back on Friday night with Joseph Ias-Ijs, make sure you got your notifications on because we're coming back early and everything like that. When we come back with Joseph Ias-Ijs, we all able to sit back, have a good time, and be like, man, what's going on with this right here, y'all? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's it. Till next time. In the meantime, in between time, in memory of the late, great Don Cornelius, Chadwick Boseman, I wish each and every last one of you love, peace, and so we out.